The first thing you have to do when you make the decision to start your own business is to focus on doing the work that you want to do. One of the main advantages of becoming an entrepreneur and working from home is that you can choose to do the things that you love to do. So that should be your main focus. What are the things that you want to do? What is the work that you would enjoy? And then pursue that type of work. So here is a simple activity you can do in order to identify the type of work that you should be doing and that should structure your business as you work from home. So ask yourself, what do you love to do? What do you love to think about? What do you love envisioning yourself becoming? And once you ask yourself these three questions, your mind is going to wander and it is going to think of different ideas that just randomly pop up. Maybe some of them are completely random. Maybe some of them it doesn't take you more than 5 seconds to think of, because there are some things that we strongly think about and we've been thinking about these things for several years. But there are other things that maybe we have not spent as much time thinking about. And now that we begin to explore ourselves more deeply, we are possibly coming into contact with passions that maybe we either did not even know were there or that we forgot were there. So when all of these ideas wander around in your mind, it is very important to write them down. Because what is going to happen is we very often forget most of the things that we think about. The human mind has tens of thousands of thoughts running through it every single day, and an idea that you think of is just one thought. So you want to write it down so you will ensure that you will be able to remember it and have a reliable list where you can find all of your ideas that you thought of later on. So now that you have created that list, what you do afterwards is you go through that list. You go through all the things you wrote down and then you choose the top 3. So for some people this may be difficult. If you have 20 things, it's going to be really difficult to narrow it down to the top 3. If maybe you only have 10 things, it will be a little easier. But regardless of how big that list is, you must narrow it down to the top 3. And then once you have narrowed it down to the top 3 things that you want to do, that you want to create a business around, then explore all 3 of them. See what type of work is involved with each of those choices that you chose. And once you do the work and once you know what it means to create a business in that area, you will eventually decide the one thing that you want to create a business around more than anything else, and that's the one thing you have to go after. Now, one of the dangers with exploring all 3 is that if you want to do all 3, the problem is that your time gets spread too thin. You are not able to focus your time properly on all of the things that you want to do, and as a result, you may be running 3 mediocre businesses that may not survive within the first 18 months, which is when most businesses usually don't make it. So you want to focus all of your time and effort on one business, because if you focus on one thing, one maybe passion that you're working on, one part of the business, then that will allow you to master that one thing so that you are able to become successful in that one thing. And then once you master one thing, it is far easier to expand into other areas as well. That is all for this lecture. I hope it has served you. And what I want you to do is to dream big, achieve greatness, and unlock your potential today.